Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Botany for All. In our today's video, we will discuss about some important questions in the botany that are generally asked in different examinations like NEET, ICER-NET, CSIR-NET or the MSc entrances of different universities. So it's a part 1, we will discuss some another questions in the part 2. So let's just start with the very first. The innermost layer of the anther which nourishes the pollen grains is called. The innermost layer of an anther is called tapetum, which nourishes the pollen grains. The other layer, the outer layers, just only give protection to the pollen grains. But this layer nourishes the pollen grains. The answer will be tapetum. Next one is the region in which the body of the ovule fuses with the funicle is called. So that region or that particular area where the ovule fuses with the funicle, the point of the attachment. So that area is generally called hilum. Okay, the hilum can be seen in some fruits also, like in the family Fabaceae, in the bean fruits. Okay, जो चना होता है उसके अंदर we can clearly see a mark. That mark is called the hilum. The flowers which does not open at all are called. So those flowers are called clistogamous flower, which remain in the bud stage. Pollination by the snails is called malcophily. There are some other terms like hydrophily, that is pollination by the water, anemophily, that is particularly pollination by the wind, and some other agents like insects that we particularly call the entomophily. For bats we use the word chiropterophily, but here for the snails it will be malcophily. Double fertilization was explained by which scientist? It's a very important question, generally asked in different examination. So Navashin will be the answer. I should write the spelling. Navashin. Navashin was the scientist who discovered the process of double fertilization. The example of one pathogenic fruit is banana. Seventh one is what are ceophytes. So ceophytes are the dark loving plants or the shade loving plants. Okay, opposite to that is the heliophytes, which are the sun loving plants. So ceophytes are shade loving, heliophytes are sun loving plants. The topmost layer of the soil profile is O profile or the organic profile. Okay, after O there are A, B, C, D, and last one is the R, in which only the rocks are there. So the organic or the uppermost layer is the O layer in the soil profile. Which of the age structure pyramid shows a declining population? We all know that the age structure pyramids are of three types. The pyramid with broad base, which indicate a increasing population like India. Okay, the bell shape, which just shows a kind of stable population, in which the pre-reproductive and reproductive are generally same with the post-reproductive ones. But in the declining population, that is urn shape pyramid, the third one, which is urn shape, that is showing a declining population because there the number of post-reproductive, means the old age ones are very high as compared to the reproductive or the pre-reproductive. So whenever they will die, whenever the post-reproductive will die, the population will decline because there is less number of the pre-reproductive or the reproductive organisms. So the answer will be urn shaped pyramid shows a declining population. Next one is the process in which the number of individuals of the population left the habitat and gone somewhere else. So it is kind of the migration where the organisms are left their habitat. So it is called emigration. Okay, whenever the organisms come, it is called immigration, and whenever the organisms left the original habitat and go somewhere else, it is called emigration, where the term migration represents the two-way movement. In the migration, organisms go and return back, but here they are lefting the habitat, so it will be called emigration. Next one is the bacteria shows which type of the population growth model. So there are two types of the population growth model, the J shape and the S shape. J shape is called exponential growth model, whereas S shape is called logistic growth model. So bacteria shows a exponential growth. It means the J shape growth model is shown by the bacteria. Okay, the next one, which growth model depends upon the carrying capacity? So we all know that the R selected species like bacteria or some other organisms which reproduce very highly, they show J-shaped growth curve, so they does not have any effect upon the carrying capacity. So the answer will be logistic growth model or the S growth model depends upon the carrying capacity, because in the S-shaped growth model, after the carrying capacity the population just falls off. So the next one is the type of species interaction in which both partners are harmed is called. So that will be competition. Very simple. The relation between the fig plant and the wasp is the example of mutualism. in which both the partners are benefited. Wasp lay the eggs inside the fig plant, and the fig plant gets pollinated, and wasp lay their eggs inside the fig plant. So the next one is the certain mass of the living material at a particular time. So that is called a standing crop. Okay, a particular mass at a particular tropic level in a given time or at a particular time is called standing crop. The pyramid of the biomass for forest will be. So if I talk about the pyramid of biomass in the forest, so in forest the producers are trees. They are very large and they are very heavy as compared to biomass. The dependent on the trees, on the producers, the primary consumers, means the herbivores, will be having less weight. Similarly, the other level having less weight. So the pyramid of biomass in the forest will be upright, and the pyramid of number in the ponds is always upright. Okay, because in the pond the number of the producers is very high, because algae are microscopic. Even if they are present in very less amount, still they are having very high amount of number. So algae are very much, as compared to algae feeding fishes, will be very less. Other fishes which will feed on the herbivore fishes which eats the algae will be very less in number. So the pyramid of number for the pond is also the upright, because the number is being decreasing. Algae are more, fishes are less, the other fishes are very less, so it is upright. Next one, the 18th question is the community which first comes or established in a bare area, that is called pioneer community. The last community is called the climax community, and the intermediate communities are called serial community. Okay, so for the 18th question the answer will be pioneer community. The very first community is called pioneer community. The succession which takes place in the dry areas is called xerosery. Okay, like xerophytes, similarly the succession will be called xerosery. The vertical height from the earth's surface is called altitude. Seed banks are the examples of ex situ conservation. Okay, outside their natural habitat we conserve the seeds, that's why it is called ex situ. If we preserve anything or any living organism inside their natural habitat, like natural parks, biodiversity parks, that is called in situ conservation. So answer will be ex situ. The seed banks are the example of ex situ conservation. Bengal terror was caused by the Eichhornia crispus. Okay, Eichhornia was the plant which is just distributed throughout the Bay of Bengal. So that's why it is called the Bengal terror. Okay, so answer will be Eichhornia, and species will be crispus. So next one are some common greenhouse gases. So carbon dioxide is a major greenhouse gas having approximately 60% weightage. Another one is the methane having 20% weightage. Some other like N2O. Okay, and ozone gas is also a greenhouse gas. So these are some examples. Most common will be the carbon dioxide and the methane. 24th question is also important. What is the best method to treat the radioactive waste? So a better alternative method or a suitable method for the radioactive waste will be that we have to just dig it approximately 500 meter below the soil. Okay, अगर soil से 500 मीटर नीचे हम इसको गाड़ते हैं radioactive waste को, then it will be a best method to treat that. Next one is capacity to generate the complete plant from any cell in the plants is called. So totipotency is a property particularly in the plants only, in which a single cell can be formed a shoot or root or even a complete plant. So answer will be totipotency. Golden rice is a hybrid variety of the rice which is enriched in the vitamin A. Name any complex permanent tissue, those permanent tissues which are having different type of the cells. So example will be xylem or phloem. Xylem having vessels, tracheids, parenchyma and fiber. So it is having different kind of the permanent cells, that's why it is called complex permanent tissue. So example is xylem and phloem. Phloem fibers are also called bast fibers. Okay, it is also an important question. Okay, 29th, which type of the vascular bundles are found in the roots? So roots are having radial vascular bundle. Xylem, then phloem, xylem and phloem, they are not together or they are not joint, they are present in the radius, that's why they are called radial. Let me draw that. Suppose this is xylem, this is phloem, this is xylem, this is phloem. So they are arranged radially, one by one, side by side. Okay, that's why it is called radial vascular bundles. The pith is absent or very small in which kind of the roots? So there is a trick you have to remember. In the dicot stem, the pith is large. In the monocot stem, Because vascular bundles are scattered throughout the stem, so in the monocots there is no pith. In the dicot stem there is a pith, but in the root it's just opposite. Okay, in the dicot root the pith is small, and in the monocot root the pith is large. Dicot stem having large pith, monocot root having large pith. So answer will be dicot root, because the dicot root is having very small pith or altogether absent. So answer will be dicot root. Okay, dicot stem having pith, monocot root having pith. Dicot root does not having pith, monocot stem does not having pith. Okay, let's talk about the 31. The mesophyll cells are differentiated into two types in the monocot or dicot. So in the dicots the mesophyll cells are differentiated in the palisade parenchyma as well as the spongy parenchyma. So answer will be dicot. In the monocots all of the mesophyll cells are alike, सभी एक जैसे होते हैं. Okay. 32nd question is also very important. The age counting of a tree by counting the annual rings is called dendrochronology. It is a technique to find out the age of plant by counting the annual rings. That is called dendrochronology. What is perioderm? The perioderm is secondary epidermis. Okay, whenever the plant undergoes the secondary growth, so the old epidermis got ruptured or got transformed into the secondary meristems. So a secondary meristem, cork cambium, okay, which is also called phallogen. Please pay attention, that is called cork cambium or phallogen. This divide to form cork cells on the upper side, secondary cortex or phalloderm on the lower side. So the phallogens means the cork cambium, the cork cells the phallum, and the secondary cortex the phalloderm. Phallogen, phallum and phalloderm, they are jointly called perioderm. Phallogen को, phallum को और phalloderm को jointly क्या बोला जाता है? Perioderm. So perioderm is simply the secondary epidermis, okay, that is formed in the secondary growth. The one monocot plant in which secondary growth occurs. So although the monocot plants does not have cambium, so in the monocot plants the secondary growth is absent. But the plants like Yucca, YUCCA, the Yucca and Dracaena, they are the monocot plants and even they are having the secondary growth, the abnormal secondary growth. So example will be Yucca and Dracaena. Okay. Another name for the bulliform cells in the grasses. Grasses में epidermis को curve करने के लिए, okay, the curved epidermis having the special type of the cells which are also called motor cells. So the answer will be motor cells or the bulliform cells. The pea plant is a member of family. The pea plant is a legume, so the family will be Fabaceae. Other like gram plant, okay, gram is also the member of family Fabaceae. The another name for the Fabaceae is Leguminosae. Leguminosae is a traditional name and the correct name according to ICN, International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi and Plants, which is the governing body for the naming of plants. The correct family name is Fabaceae. 37th question. In the monocots like maize, the outer covering of the endosperm separates the embryo by a proteinous layer, that is alluron layer. Okay, the plants like maize having the alluron layer. The inner layer of the seed coat is called tegmen. The outer layer is testa and inner one is tegmen. So 38 having answer tegmen. 39. In tomato the placentation is. So there are different types of the placentation like parietal, axile, central, free central, and different kind of placentations. So in tomato particularly there is placentation axile. All of the placenta, all of the ovules are arranged in the center and the carpels are many in number. Syncarpous condition, and carpels are generally 2 to 5 in number in tomato plant particularly. So the axile placentation is there. Let me draw a quick diagram. This kind of placentation is found. Suppose this is ovule, this is ovule, this is ovule, and this is ovule, and this is the another ovule, and these are separated in the carpels or the chambers. So it is pentalocular or pentacarpellary, and this will be called the axile placentation because all of the ovules are arranged at the axis. If there will be no partition in these locules or the carpels, then it will be called a central placentation. So answer will be axile. In the pea plant, the aestivation is, there is a special type of the aestivation that is called vexillary. Other than the simple aestivations like velvet or open, in the vexillary aestivation the 5 petals are arranged in a special manner. A very big petal that is called vexillum, another petals, and the two petals like this. So this kind of the estivation. I don't know how many of you guys have been seen the flower of pea plant. बटर का फूल जो है किसने देखा है? If you have seen, so that is the having similar shape like this that we have drawn. There is another plant, अपराजिता, which is also having vexillary estivation. Clitoria plant, हिंदी में हम उसको अपराजिता बोलते हैं, that is also having the vexillary estivation. Spines and tendrils are the modification of the leaves. This all we should know. Okay, these are the modification of the leaves. Let's just talk about some another questions. Okay, now we are having the question number 42. Alstonia is a common plant having the whorl phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy is the arrangement of leaves on the stem. So they may be opposite when the leaves are arranged opposite. More common is alternate. This one is a leaf, this one is a leaf. This is opposite. Here is the leaf, here is the leaf. One leaf at one node, that is alternate. Two leaves at one node, that is opposite. Similarly, there is a whorl, many leaves at one node. This kind of the arrangement is called whorl phyllotaxy, that is seen in the Alstonia. Okay, let's just come to 43. Name a plant which have respiratory roots pneumatophores. So there is a plant Rhizophora that is found in the mangrove forest. Okay, the habitat is halophyte. They are having salt concentration in the water, high salt concentration, so they are halophytes. Plant is Rhizophora, having respiratory roots on the ground, that is meant for the exchange of gases. So that roots are called pneumatophores, and the plant will be Rhizophora. It's a very important question. The stellate roots are very common in maize and sugarcane. Okay. The osmotic potential of the pure water is 0. The water potential of the pure water is also 0. The osmotic potential is also 0. Okay, because there are no solutes that can oppose the osmotic entry. The molecules of the water are freely available to osmotically move in a osmotically active system. Water molecules available होते हैं because there is no solute in pure water. So the water potential of the pure water will be maximum, and that maximum is 0. Similarly, the osmotic potential of the pure water is also 0. So answer will be 0.